Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to today's video. This is going to be a bridal makeup tutorial using the new products from Anastasia Beverly Hills. So this is the Soft Glam palette and it is a beautiful palette if I must say so myself. And I'm also going to be using the new Amrezy highlight. It is huge. I didn't think it was going to be this big, but it is absolutely stunning. So these are the two products that I use for this makeup tutorial today. Of course, since this is called the Soft Glam palette, I went for something soft and glam at the same time. As soon as I saw this palette, before they even said what it was marketed for, I instantly saw it and I thought bridal makeup. And since it was also released like during the start of spring, I just figured like this would be the perfect palette to use on someone for bridal makeup, whether they are the actual bride or they're a part of the bridal party, because you really have lighter colors in here to really do something nice and glam, which is what I did today. And then you also have something to dramatize it if they want to go for something deeper, or if they're having a nighttime wedding and they want everything to be able to show up on camera and things like that. So I really like this palette already and the shades that it has in it and what it stands for. So it definitely is a soft glam eyeshadow palette. So yeah, I wanted to do a video for you guys today, and this is going to be a full face bridal makeup tutorial, but you can use this look for anything, any type of event that you have. I did go kind of heavy with like the cream contour and everything because I feel like that's perfect for event type of makeup or any time that you're going to be wearing your makeup for an extended period of time. I did baking and all of that, which is not something that I do a whole lot anymore, but like I said, for special events I think it's perfect. So if you guys want to see how to achieve this makeup look, then please just keep on watching. Alright guys, so no matter where I'm wearing my makeup to, I always start off with an eyeshadow primer first, and I recommend you wearing an eyeshadow primer regardless. If you're wearing any type of eye makeup, I suggest an eyeshadow primer, and it doesn't have to actually be an eyeshadow primer. It can be your concealer if you're more comfortable using that. I just suggest wearing something on your eyes that's going to hold your eye makeup in place through however long you're going to be wearing it, especially if you have really creasy eyelids or if you have really oily eyelids. It's just something that's necessary. So I'm using the Too Faced Lemon Drop eyeshadow primer. This is one of my favorite primers because it has like a yellow tint to it. So not only does it cancel out the color on my lid, but it really makes the colors that I put on top of it pop more. And then after I put that all over and blend it out with my finger, I like to go in with a dusting of translucent setting powder to set the eyeshadow primer so I don't have to worry about that creasing on me. And then again, this also gives me a more canceled out base so that the eyeshadows show up a lot more, look a lot better, blend smoother, all of that good stuff. So once that is on, I'm going right into the palette. Of course, I'm going to be using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Soft Glam palette. It's a beautiful, beautiful palette. And the first color I'm going to be going in with is one of my favorites. This is Burnt Orange. This is also in the Modern Renaissance palette, and I think it's a favorite of everybody. So I'm just going to lightly throw this color in my crease, and I say it all the time, but the base that you put down really helps to make your eyeshadow colors pop more against your skin tone, especially if you're of a darker skin tone. You need to lay down a base and then set it so that your eyeshadow colors really pop and show up against your skin tone. And I'm just using the brush that the palette actually comes with to blend that shade into my crease. I make sure to blend everywhere. All the way to the outer V of my eye and all the way to the inner part, like my nose bridge. So once I feel like I got that color blended how I want it, I'm going to take a smaller blending brush. This one is from Coastal Scents. It's their tapered blending brush. Y'all see this eyeshadow in my videos all the time. I always use it. And I'm going to go into this darker brown color called Rustic. And I'm just going to be focusing that on the outer part of my eye. This is just going to give us a little bit of definition and start to actually deepen up the look a little bit. We're staying pretty soft with this look, so we don't want to go in too dark and too heavy. So I'm lightly blending this color, and that's why you want to use a smaller blending brush so you can be more precise and get the color where you want it. So we want it below that first transition color, and we still want it to show. And I'm holding the brush all the way to the edge so I can have more movement, so it's not like so stiff right up on like I'm not right up on the handle. So holding it down here gives me more movement. It's a little bit more fluid. So I'm just going back in with the blending brush that I first used, and I'm just diffusing the edges of everything. So now I'm just going to go in and I'm going to highlight my brow bone. I'm going to be using the shade Tempera. This is also in the Modern Renaissance palette. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with my lid shade, my first lid shade. So I'm going to first be using the color Glistening, and I'm going to put this on the inner part of my eye. I'm not going to wet my brush or anything. I'm just going to pick it straight up out of the pan, and I'm going to apply that. And I love how sheared out this eyeshadow can be, or you can like really pack it on and really build it up to where it's like super opaque. But I like the sheerness of it, so I'm gonna leave it just like this. And then with a little bit more of a denser brush, I'm going to go into the shade Bronze right here, and I'm going to put that on the outer part of my lid. And I'm going to be really light with this eyeshadow because this is more of a chunky, heavy type of eyeshadow. I go back in and blend. And then I'm also going to do what I said I was going to do earlier. So I'm going to go back in and deepen up the outer part of the eye. So I'm going to take Rustic, and I'm going to take it on this pencil brush, and I'm just going to deepen up the outer part just a little bit. So for the inner corner of my eye, because I want a little bit more gradients in there, I'm going to take this Carly Bible palette, and I'm going to take the first highlight shade, which is this white one here, and I'm going to use that for my inner corner highlight, and I'm going to sort of drag it into the inner corner just to give it a little bit something different. So now I'm going to do a small wing. I'm going to be using my NYX liquid liner. And when I say small, I mean small. We don't want anything too dramatic since we are trying to keep the eyes simple and light. So just a small wing. So liner is done. I'm going to go ahead and apply some mascara. And then I'm going to apply my falsies. And I'm also going to apply a nude eyeliner in my waterlines. Okay, so now I'm going to move on to the face, and to prime, I'm going to use a Killer Combo that I already know works. It's tried and true. This is the Smashbox Primer Water and the Smashbox Pore Minimizing Primer. They both give me a matte finish. For foundation today, I'm using another favorite and one that I think is really good for any type of event makeup. So I'm using my Urban Decay All Nighter, and I love this foundation. I I talked about it in a favorites video before. It's just great. It's a great foundation. So I'm going to be using my beauty blender to apply it. I feel like that's the best way to apply this foundation. And I love the fact that I only need one pump for my entire face, and it's like full coverage. But now I'm going to go in with another favorite of mine. This is the Maybelline Master Conceal. I don't know if I've ever talked about this concealer on my channel, like in a favorites video or anything, but it is a really good concealer, and I do love it for when I want my makeup to stay on all day. It is full coverage. It is heavy duty. I'm using my Sephora Bright Set powder to bake under my eyes. Well, to bake everywhere that I highlighted. You guys know how I like to bake, even though I haven't done it in a while. So literally just bake everywhere. And of course, while I'm letting that sit, I'm going to go ahead and do some cream contouring. I'm going to be using my Anastasia Beverly Hills cream contour kit, and just using the first two colors. I'm going to add some oil because the Anastasia Beverly Hills kit is a little bit dry. So I'm just going to add a little bit of oil to those so that I can better work with them. And I'm just going to be using a concealer brush. Any concealer brush will work. And I'm just going to be mixing those together and applying it to everywhere that I want to cream contour. And then with my beauty blender, blend it out. And then before I dust away my highlight, I'm going to go ahead and bronze. So I'm going to be using my Becca bronzer for that. And then to do a little bit more contouring, I'm going to be using this middle shade from my Anastasia Beverly Hills contour kit, and I'm going to be using my NARS Ita brush. And I'm just going to get right where my contour should be. And then I'm also going to use this to contour my nose. And then to go ahead and sharpen up my contour, I'm going to be using my Too Faced Cocoa Contour Kit. And I'm going to be using this light shade here and this Morphe M528 brush. And I'm just going to be going directly under that with this powder. Just to make it stand out a bit more. And then so my entire face is cohesive and not looking, you know, like too much, I'm going to take my Sephora Micro Smooth Baked Powder Compact and this big brush from Morphe. This is the M424. And I'm just going to go over all the areas of my face with that powder. And this is just going to blend everything in so everything is seamless and not too much is going on. So now I'm going to go in with my blush. And for blush today, I'm using my e.l.f. blush palette. And I feel like for, you know, bridal makeup, you want to be like healthy looking, glowy. So I'm going to take a mix of these two blushes right here, and I'm going to lightly put that on my cheeks. And then for my favorite part, I'm going to be using the new Anastasia Beverly Hills Amrezy highlighter. It is huge and it is so gorgeous. And for my wedding, unless I grow out of this phase, I already know that I want to be super highlighted on my wedding day. I want you to be able to see my highlight in the wedding pictures, the wedding video. So I'm going to go ham on my highlight on my wedding day. Like I said, unless I grow out of that phase by then. Now I'm going to finish up the eyes. The eyes are actually going to be pretty simple. So I'm going to take burnt orange and rustic, and I'm going to put those on my lower lash line. I'm going to apply some bottom lash mascara. Okay guys, so for lips, I want something that's as natural looking as possible, but it's also going to last, and when it does start to fade, it's still going to look very natural and like your lips but better. So I'm going to be using my NYX lip liner in the shade Brown. This is one of my favorite lip liners. And then for my actual lip color, I'm going to be using this NYX lip palette, and this is in the nudes. So I'm going to be using these three colors right here to create like my perfect shade. I'm just literally going to mix all of them until I get the color that I want and apply it to my lips. And once that's done, I'm going to go ahead and spray my face with my Maybelline Master Fix setting spray. So this is the completed look. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you really liked this really natural type of glowy bridal makeup. And like I said, this can be used for if you're a part of the bridal party or if you're the bride, depending on what type of makeup you want to go for your big day. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please give this video a big thumbs up if you like it. Share it with a friend who may be getting married sometime soon, or share it with a family member who might be a part of a bridal party, or just, you know, do it yourself if you are going to be a part of someone's wedding. So yeah, I thank you guys so much for watching as always, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace.